One of the goals with FFT is we want to make more bushels off less acres. You know, in today's society, farm acres aren't becoming more prevalent. They're getting taken up with houses and infrastructure around cities. So we need to make more bushels and do them as most efficiently as we can. The reason that I like to use FFT, and I explain this to guys, that it's similar to the way we travel in a vehicle. You know, years ago, 10, 15 years ago, they come out with Garmin's, they come out with TomToms. You know, they were preloaded maps with driving directions in it. You could set it on the dash of your truck, put in that, hey, I want to go to this location, and it would take you there. But today, you know, we use our cell phone more as driving direction because it's more interactive, takes into account what's actually happening at that time. If there's a road closure, a detour, a wreck, it'll get you there the fastest way. So that's kind of why we use FFT. FFT is more like the iPhone versus the traditional nitrogen programs that we would always use and say, you know, hey, Mr. Grower, we need you to utilize so many units in pre-plant. We're going to come back in with so many units in side dress, and maybe throw a guess in there at what the weather is. But with FFT, we're able to be interactive with what we need to accomplish. We're able to take into account, put in tissue sample results, soil structure maps, rainfall, takes into account 80-degree days, takes all that into account to really curtail that nitrogen application to when we actually need to do it and what we need to do it. It'll give you a nice printout, a graph of showing what rate of nitrogen you need to utilize for the highest ROI. And, you know, we've talked about this before. We're usually all about yield, but we're more focused on ROI. One other thing that's really cool with FFT is the yield prediction that we get out of that. Last year, we did it on 5 main growers. Of those 4, the yield goal was actually within 4% of the predicted yield. And we felt that that was very good because that's what the FFT is built off of, what your capable yield is and what your yield goal actually is. The one farm where it didn't work as good, we were able to figure out why that went wrong. You know, come back to timing and implementation of the tissue sample results. The big thing is knowing what that yield potential is, because once you know what that yield potential is, you can really manage your inputs from there on to really figure out timing the nitrogen application, you know, with the input, what the cost is to get the yield, to get the positive ROI. You know, last year we got a tremendous amount of positive information out of it, and we're looking forward to doing it again this year.